I can sincerely say that the quality of teachers during our time was very good. In electrical department, there were nerds, I would say. The kind of people we had was Dr. Kedkar, then Dr. Pandit, then Kharbanda, then Dr. Garud, Asnare, Tamaskar, Paitankar. These were really stalwarts. Some of those people, they made you think. The kind of a style of teaching was, it was not like a one-way kind of stuff. So one thing would lead to another second one lead to a third, but it was more of an exploration that used to happen in the class. Perhaps during those times also, and I still feel we lack that kind of stuff, that we really don't have any mechanism to really identify students right at the early stage and find out what potential they have in the different streams, and then according to their aptitude or according to their skills, we don't have really a mechanism to identify, farm and groom those people. My journey is a pretty checkered journey, because after graduation itself I got into a metallurgical industry. So I was doing my MTech in the integrated power systems, and same time group of people. I was very young, but I was involved into one of these groups where we were setting up a malleable and grey iron casting in the metallurgy. There were a group of 25 people. I was part of that group. I always wanted to be entrepreneur, so that was very core to me. And so I thought that that's a great opportunity I am getting. And by that time I am also doing because it was in a license period and construction period and all those things, machineries and installations. So it was, I knew that it is going to have 1 to 1.5 years kind of period where I could easily complete my post-graduation. So I completed my post-graduation in honors. I was third merit in the university. It was no background in terms of what my branch was and where I ended up. Very soon I shifted to production. So it was a hardcore production job which I was doing. So I was managing 2 shifts, right from 12 to 8 and then 8 to night 3 o'clock. So almost 16 hours on floor. I was engaged by age of 24. I was married by the age of 24 and a half. I think this company in 1.5 years to 2 years did up to 300 people, was doing well in a given segment. We were manufacturing the insulator caps and these inserts, railway inserts for the sleepers on the railway track. We did some classical mistakes. I was very young to appreciate what the mistakes were done by, I won't say, because it was at the end of the day collective responsibility. So, but I didn't understand at that point of time what mistakes we were committing. But a classical mistake done by a lot of entrepreneurs, which they should avoid. Normally, everybody would tell you that don't use your capital term loan into your working capital, because when you are in the growth stage, you are trying to increase the production, whereas your term loan is sanctioned and your working capital is less. So you tend to use the term loan into the working capital, and then you get into a kind of a vicious loop. They were very senior guys. They were almost double of my age. So only one or two people might be 4 or 5 years senior to me. But most of the founding team was very senior guys. Maybe I was 23, so these guys might be in the 45, 46. Definitely there is a generation gap that happens. The way you view a particular industry and the way the senior people would look at it, I think they are way different. I always felt that there could be things that could be done faster. There things that could be done better. And since I was on the floor, I felt that I knew certain things which I felt I knew. But did I know the complete picture? Probably no. Some of those point solutions or the local problems you work out, and you want, you feel that you are getting stuck over here, and you just feel that why there is no solution on those problems. These people can just, the senior people should understand this and they should remove these problems. But whereas there could be much bigger problems which you are not aware of at that point of time. Their priorities could be very different. And when I was young, I was very judgmental. If the thing, I knew that this is a problem and this problem is not getting worked out, I would be judgmental. I would say, oh no, these people are, don't understand, they don't understand my viewpoint and all those things. Whereas now I look back, whole scheme of the game, that was a very minor problem. But for me, that was one of the biggest problems. So, that understanding between these two cultures and understanding the big picture. I think understanding the big picture, strategy, the exposure plays a lot of important role. Oh, that company failed. So that was one of the biggest failure. By age of 24, that company failed. I was married, I was sitting at home. There were a lot of court cases, recoveries, and I was sitting at home. I didn't know what to do.